One sunny afternoon, Mino and Zohan were walking through a beautiful forest, admiring the colorful butterflies fluttering around. As they wandered deeper, they suddenly noticed something unusual in front of them. A tiny deer was trapped in a hunter's net, crying helplessly. A little bunny was desperately trying to free the deer, but it was too small and weak. Mino and Zohan rushed forward. Together with patience and effort, they untied the ropes. After a long struggle, the deer was finally free. The little deer jumped with joy, rubbing its head lovingly against the bunny, and then nuzzled Mino and Zohan, as if saying thank you for saving its life. Zohan asked curiously, "How did you get trapped in this net?" The deer explained, "We were playing here when suddenly we got caught. This net doesn't belong here." As they walked further, Mino suddenly noticed another net, then another, until they realized the whole forest was full of traps. Their hearts grew heavy with fear. At that moment, a bear appeared. Surprised, Zohan asked, "Who is setting these traps?" The bear sighed deeply and said, "Our king is kind and noble, but his minister is cruel. He captures animals and sells them. If anyone complains, he silences them forever." Mino whispered, "We must do something. But how can we reach the king?" Zohan thought for a moment and replied, "There is only one way. We must go to the palace. So together, with courage in their hearts, they reached the king's grand palace. At the gate, the guards stopped them. Soon, the minister himself came forward. "Why do you want to meet the king?" he asked suspiciously. Zohan replied boldly, "We are the king's special guests. We must see him." The minister hesitated, but finally agreed. In the royal court, the king welcomed Mino and Zohan warmly and ordered a feast in their honor. During the meal, Zohan told the king everything: the nets, the captured animals, and the suffering in the forest. The king's face grew dark with anger. He summoned the minister. "Tell me," the king thundered, "is this true? Have you betrayed my trust?" The minister tried to lie, but the deer, the bunny, and the bear all stepped forward as witnesses. Furious, the king ordered his soldiers to arrest the cruel minister immediately. The forest rejoiced. The animals were free again. The king thanked Mino and Zohan for their bravery. After saying their goodbyes, the children asked for permission to return home. With a wave of his hand, the king had them safely sent back. Mino and Zohan smiled at each other. They knew this was a day they would never forget. The lesson of this story is true courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to stand up against injustice even when the world stays silent. Mino and Zohan proved that no matter how small you are, when your heart chooses truth and kindness, you can bring light even to the darkest places. And remember, the bravest voices are often the ones that save lives.